And speaking of the president, he is now renewing a promise to end the 18-year war in Afghanistan by reopening peace talks with the Taliban. Moments ago, Air Force One landed at West Palm Beach, Florida, after the president's surprise trip to Afghanistan, where he made that announcement. During his visit, Mr. Trump also served Thanksgiving dinner to U.S. troops and met with the Afghan president. Mr. Trump also confirmed plans to bring thousands more troops home.
You know, the president made his first ever trip to Afghanistan in the middle of a tense period with military leaders in Washington. Our Weijia Jiang is in South Florida, where we thought the president was going to spend Thanksgiving. Weijia, is he back at his resort yet?
Good morning, David. He is back this morning after a whirlwind top-secret trip that, as you mentioned, marked his first visit ever to that combat zone. He spent about 3.5 hours on the ground before flying through the night. The president says the Taliban wants a ceasefire, adding fresh optimism that America's longest war could come to an end. The trip was so closely guarded that even Afghani leadership didn't know about it until Air Force One was about to land. President Trump surprised U.S. troops at Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan with a Thanksgiving visit, serving turkey to troops.
We love them. We love them. We say happy Thanksgiving.
The president also met with President Ashraf Ghani before announcing the U.S. has restarted peace talks with the Taliban, which once harbored al-Qaeda. Mr. Trump was set to meet with Taliban leaders in September, but called off a meeting at Camp David, declaring discussions dead after a Taliban attack in September in Kabul that killed an American soldier.
It's not a good thing they did with killing the soldier. They want to make a deal, so we'll see what happens. If they make it, fine. If they don't make it, that's fine.
Mr. Trump also told reporters he plans to reduce the number of U.S. troops in Afghanistan to 8,600, down from about 12,000 currently serving in the country, though he did not offer specifics.
We'll be down at a number that's a good number, and we're going to stay until such time as we have a deal or we have total victory.
The visit happened just days after he clashed with his own military leaders back home. President Trump fired his Navy Secretary, Richard Spencer, on Sunday after Spencer refused to cancel a military review board for Navy SEAL Edward Gallagher, who was convicted of posing for a photo with a dead ISIS fighter. The president restored Gallagher's rank, a move Spencer criticized in an interview with CBS News on Monday.
Well, what do I stand for as Secretary of the Navy? Good order and discipline of the United States Navy. That's a prime tenet. This, in fact, erodes that.
Well, President Trump did not say how far along those discussions are with the Taliban or how long they've been going on. But the president is eager to fulfill a campaign promise to untangle the U.S. from foreign conflicts like we recently saw in Syria, even though military experts warn withdrawing troops prematurely could make the U.S. less safe. Michelle?
A difficult task indeed. Thank you, Weijia.